In this video, we will show you around the Loen area of Norway, which has some amazing nature and some easily available and family-friendly hiking trails. The Loen area is located in the upper western part of Norway, around the villages of Stryn, Loen and Olden, at the head of the Olden Fjord. To start off our 1.5 day in this amazing place, we decided to visit a very popular destination halfway between Stryn and Loen. Seeing the view from Rakssetra, it's easy to understand that this is one of the most Instagrammable places in the country. The easiest way to get to Rakssetra is to start off from the parking at Holme, where you can find all the information you need for this hike as well as other hikes in the area. And after paying the parking fee, just follow the signs to the right trail. The hike up to Rakssetra is about 1.1 kilometer long and takes between half an hour and an hour to walk. Parts of the trail are a bit steep, but it's easy and nice to walk.
Hey guys, we're on our way to Rakssetra. It's about 1 kilometer left. Let's go!
Rakssetra used to be an old mountain farm, but nowadays the small buildings there are used as private holiday cabins, some available for rent. What to do at Rakssetra? Well, bring your lunchbox and enjoy the view. Okay, greit. Our next destination was a fairly new attraction a bit closer to the Loen village, and by some considered to be one of the greatest and most spectacular tourism projects in Norway.
Let's go try out Loen Skylift.
Loen Skylift was opened in 2017 and will take you from sea level to over 1000 meters in no time.
Starter omtrent her på 0 og går opp på 1011 meter. Så bruker vi cirka 5 minutter på turen. Det blir ikke så veldig mye gnagesår, men muligens litt dotter i ørene, for det er Europas bratteste gondol, og vi stiger da med 6 meter i sekundet.
Halfway up, you might catch a glimpse of those who decided to take a bit more demanding route to the top, through the Via Ferrata climbing route. Unfortunately, we did not have time for that this year. So after 5 to 7 airy minutes, you arrive at the mountain station at Hoven, where they have a large restaurant and a viewing platform with a 210-degree panoramic view overlooking Mount Skåla and Lake Lovatnet in the east, Briksdalsbreen Glacier and Olden in the south, and Nordfjord in the west. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't great for enjoying the view when we arrived, so we will get back to that later.
We just exited the skylift and now we're going for a walk to Skredfjellet.
From Hoven, you can explore the mountain on your own in a comprehensive network of trails. Most of the shorter trails are very family-friendly. You might even bring a stroller or a pram on some of them. Be sure to bring warm clothes though, as the weather can change fast. Wool base layer and wind and waterproof clothing is a must even in the summer.
Hey guys, I think we're there!
The top of Mount Skredfjellet is 1155 meters above sea level, and just a 2 kilometers hike from the mountain station. It has great views in all directions.
Hey guys, we're at the top and look at this amazing view! Beautiful!
So then I was ready to continue the hike, but for some reason I felt that the rest of the family had another idea.
And now it's finally time to walk calmly down to the restaurant.
And some were happier than others to reach the mountain station again. When we got back, the clouds were beginning to clear, so we decided to check out the viewing deck before having lunch.
Ja. Det är ett bassäng där nere.
We even managed to catch a glimpse of this guy a little later when the clouds had cleared even more. When you come back from a hike in the mountains, you should definitely set off an hour or two for a nice meal at Hoven restaurant. It's very comfortable to relax here with good food and a very special atmosphere. The restaurant is operated by Hotel Alexandra in the Loen village. And on the menu, even something slightly familiar. If you can find a restaurant with a better view than this, please leave a comment below. To reach our next destination, we turned south and drove past Olden village, into the beautiful and wild Olderdalen valley. First alongside the blue-green Lovatnet lake, formed by the melting glaciers above, then reaching the inner part of the valley with its beautiful small settlements and wild waterfalls. And I can assure you that the wide-angle lens of our dashcam does not give it the credit it deserves. At the end of Oldedalen Valley, the Briksdalsbreen Glacier extends out of Briksdalsbreen National Park and into the lush and narrow Briksdalen Valley. This arm of the glacier plunges 1,200 meters straight down and is just a small part of the rest of the glacier above. To get to Briksdalsbreen, you start out from the parking next to the mountain lodge Briksdalsbreen Fjellstove, where they also have a cafe and a large souvenir shop. You'll find all the information you need at the start of the trail, and the 3 kilometers hike to get to the glacier will take you around 1 hour.
We have reached Kleivafossen!
15 minutes into the hike, you'll reach Kleivafossen waterfall, which is one of the most powerful waterfalls bringing glacier water down to the valley. And passing it will give you a nice and refreshing shower.
Did you get wet?
As you get closer to the glacier, there are signs showing the changes in the reach of the glacier arm over the last few hundred years. It really gives you an eye-opening realization of the speed of the ice melting and the effects of climate change. There are also signs and information about alternative trails in the area if you want to extend your hike. The trail up to the glacier mostly follows the Briksdalsbreen river. The current of this river is very powerful in most parts, so it's important to stay clear. In some parts though, the river has less powerful arms where it's safer to approach.
I'm really thirsty! Let's go get some glacier water!
So after an hour's walk, we reached the glacier area, and the sheer size and beauty of the place is really overwhelming. And for obvious reasons, it's not allowed to walk all the way up to the glacier.
Hi guys, you see this sign right here? It means that we can no longer go further. Or if we do, you might actually get pieces of the glacier dumped all over you.
Our last adventure of this short visit took us to the inner parts of Lovatnet lake, where we wanted to visit a memorial and find out more about the tragic events that took place here over 100 years ago. The beautiful Lovatnet lake is an attraction in itself, especially in good weather. But our destination took us to the end of the lake, where the water from Briksdalsbreen Glacier has turned the lake into the brightest green-blue color. At the rest and parking area close to the memorial, you can read all about what happened here. First, in 1905, when a big part of the mountain Ramnesfjell broke loose and thundered into the lake, creating a large tidal wave that crushed 50 houses and claimed the lives of 61 locals. Then, in 1936, after many of the farms had been rebuilt further inland, it all happened again, this time killing 74 people. There's a well-marked trail from the rest area to the memorial.
This is the shipwreck Lodalen.
Along the trail, you can discover the remains of the steamboat Lodalen that was lifted 40 meters by the wave and thrown 300 meters up on shore in the first landslide. Then, 31 years later, it was lifted up and thrown further 300 meters inland and completely destroyed. There's also a meditation path here with 9 stations showing texts from the Bible that are focusing on nature. The memorial itself is beautifully located on the highest point on Cape Nesodden. A 5-meter high stone monument was erected here in 1905, but was then completely destroyed by the second wave in 1936. The present wooden cross at the memorial was erected in 2005, 100 years after the first avalanche, and on the same site as the first memorial monument once stood. So before we leave you, we want to show you briefly where we stayed our 2 nights in the Loen area. Olden Fjordhotel is located by the fjord around halfway between Loen and Olden. The hotel is a bit dated, but an okay choice for a short stay, especially since the main hotel in the area, Hotel Alexandra, is very expensive during high season. Well, that's all from Loen. We are now off to Flåm, and of course you can see all about that in a separate video on our channel.